Here we go. We're going to get started. First exercise, the mega donkey kick right leg. So go ahead and put your left knee on number 6 on the carriage, and then press your right foot on the kick pad on the handles. There you go. You can lose the foot strap if the foot straps are in the way. So when you do the mega donkey kick, it's a very simple exercise. You're going to have your hips line up with your shoulders. Torso is going to be parallel to the carriage. You're going to grab the ring of fire or the handles with your hands, keeping the shoulders in the sockets, keeping the arms straight, but the elbows not locked, so that the arms, the muscles in the arms absorb the impact, not the joints. You have your right foot on the handle, and then you're going to slowly kick out. And Hannah over here is doing a phenomenal job at basically keeping her entire body completely stabilized as she's pressing with the right foot. So when you press from the right foot, a lot of people have a tendency of shifting the weight on the left hip. We don't want that. We want to keep basically the hips directly lined up behind the shoulders. So slowly pressing the carriage out with the right leg. I selected, 1 red, 2 black, so a heavy and 2 light. Some of you may have different colors for the springs, so 1 heavy, 1 light. On the next one, we're going to continue this exercise. We're going to anchor the left foot on the ring of fire, so the left toes are going to grab basically the edge. And we're going to lift the left knee off the carriage and go into the flying mega donkey kick. Beautiful. And look at Hannah right over here. Look at a beautiful form. And again, same thing over here. As you do this exercise, keep your hips lined up with the shoulders. Hips are not shifting to the left or to the right. Everything stays nice and aligned. Beautiful. And Hannah, we're going to go a little slower. Perfect. How's the tension for you? Good. Is it okay? Is there? Okay, good. So when we do the exercise in the Lagree workout, we want to go slowly and with control, because we don't want to use any momentum, and that's to strengthen, tighten, and tone the muscles. We're not looking at bulking up the thighs or the muscles. We want to basically trim, just really condense them, getting really super tight. All right, 10 more seconds, and then we're going to go into the skating in 5, 4, 3, 2, perfect. Skating facing me, so you're going to stand up on the platform in the carriage. You're going to place your left foot on the platform, right foot on the carriage. If you have the straps on the platform in the carriage, I highly recommend them, because basically the straps are like little seat belt for your feet. They allow you to keep your feet in place and have traction. When you do the skating, you want to really bend those legs as much as possible. So go ahead and keep both legs bent, and then keep all the weight on the heels. Yes, very good. And here, same thing. We don't want all the body weight to be on the left side. We want the weight to be equally distributed between the left and the right. Good. Here I'm going to go around Hannah, and I'm going to make her bend the legs a little bit more. Bend, bend, bend. That's it. The more you bend the legs, the more you maintain a 90-degree angle in your thighs, the more you integrate the glutes with the hamstrings, quads, inner and outer thighs. Good. How are we doing over here? Good? Excellent. So we're going to keep the same spring, 1 red, 2 black, or 1 heavy, 2 light. But you can do this with just 1 heavy only. And if you're very light, if you're about 100, maybe 90 pounds, then you can go to 5 lights. You don't need to necessarily the heavy ones. Go ahead, bend the legs a little bit more. There you go. And bend, bend, bend a bit more. Good. And then as you do this exercise, you want to focus on the breathing. Okay, on the next one, keep both legs bent. Stay in that position, and we're going to do a quick set of pulse. There you go. Nice. So now we're going to do basically a variation on the skating. We're going to keep the carriage out a little bit, keeping all the weight on the heels, and make sure that the tension is equal on both sides, right and left. And then do a little pulse where basically you just squeeze in the glutes and hamstrings. Perfect. Go up and down, up and down. Try to go a little deeper. There you go. Nice. You feel that? Oh yeah, good. Excellent. So when we do these movements, we want to keep the contraction constant for the full minute. And basically what we're doing is a combination of cardio and resistance, which is called Muscular Endurance. Beautiful. 10 more seconds, and then we're going to go to the next one, which is the runner's lunge. Right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Turn facing the brick wall, the fake brick wall. Yep. We're going to keep the right foot on the platform, and we're going to place the left foot on the first handle. And then go ahead and keep the right leg bent. and then bend the right leg a little bit more. Good, perfect. So keep the right leg bent and now press the carriage out with the left leg. Good. But try to maintain that low profile with the right leg. Try to go a little deeper. Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, I like your nail, by the way. Nice. You like claws, I know, I see that. Good, and then slowly push out. Perfect. And bend the leg a little bit more. So when we do these movements, right, very important, and for you at home, whenever you do a lunge, you got to really make sure that you bend the right leg, you flex the right knee, and then you really keep that right knee right above the right ankle. Okay, a lot of people like talk about the toe line. Fuck the toe line. The ankle line, that's what matters. You want the knee to be directly above the ankle. You do not want the knee to travel forward or backward. You have to stabilize your knee and then bend the leg a little bit more. So when I teach my classes at the Megaformer studio, right, I keep the hip line up with the right knee. So the femur is basically parallel to the ground. So over here with Hannah, we're going to try to go a little lower and a little lower. Good. And my job as a teacher is to try to get her to go deeper and deeper or lower and lower in that 90-degree angle, which I call the golden angle. And if you look at the animation, you're going to see the golden angle is represented by the green and the blue line. Now go ahead and keep both legs bent. Hold it right there, and then pulse. Go up and down. Beautiful. Excellent. A lot of people ask me if you can pulse when you do heavy pressing movement. Yes, you can pulse when you do light movements and heavy movements. Definitely when you do runner's lunge, skating, super lunge, you can definitely pulse. Good. Perfect. Let's try to go a little lower and stay at that 90-degree angle. Beautiful. Feel that? Woo! Yes. Yes. Very nice. That's it. And don't forget to breathe. Excellent. Good. Now for the next one, in about 10-15 seconds, we're going to shift gear. I'm going to change the springs for Hannah. And we're going to go to one light spring or one black spring. Or if you guys are on the Mega, one yellow spring. Good. Perfect. In 5, 4, 3, 2, bring the carriage in. Let's turn around, and now we're going to go into the escalator lunge, right leg. So keep your left foot on the platform. Place your right foot on number 6. There you go. And then slowly and with control, you're going to lunge down and out. Beautiful. Now again, with this exercise, now we're doing a light exercise. We're doing a pulling exercise, which is basically using a light spring. The form is going to be identical to the runner's lunge, right? We want to keep the right knee right above the right ankle. And when Hannah is pushing the carriage out, we're trying to line up the right hip with the right knee. So go all the way out. Keep going, 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 keep going. Right there. You feel that? And then come back up. And essentially, you want to go at that angle where you can really feel the glutes and hamstring. You want to feel this whole side, and you want to feel the back of the leg fully integrated in that movement. Perfect. Nice. So slowly and with control, keeping all the tension on the back of the right leg, keeping the torso as much in the upright position as possible, keeping the abs engaged, and then slowly out for 4 count and slowly in for 4 count. Good. Excellent. Perfect. In a few seconds, we're going to hold it down, and we're going to go into the carriage kick. So right now, stay halfway down. Perfect. Hold it, and now kick that carriage back and forth. Perfect. And when we kick the carriage, we're going to kick the carriage from the back of the heel, not from the toes. And you should be able to lift your toes off the pad, just like that. Beautiful. I'm going to grab my body cam over here. Try to go a little deeper, Anna. There you go. And then over here, you can see that now we are lifting the toes up. Very important. So all the weight is on that heel. Go ahead and drop the hips a little bit more for me. Oh, yeah, you feel that? Nice. Excellent. All right, so about 20 more seconds. And then we're going to go to the standing inner thighs. Left side. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the carriage in. Keep the same spring. Turn facing me. Left foot is already on the platform. Right foot on number 2 on the carriage. Keep the legs straight. You can put your hands on the hips. You can move your hands out to the side, and then slowly pressing the carriage out for 4 count, and slowly pulling the carriage in for 4 count. Good. When you do this movement, it is very important to not bring the carriage all the way in, because when you bring the carriage all the way in, you lose the tension and you lose the stimulation in your inner thighs. When you push the carriage all the way out, you want to make sure you're able to bring it back in. If you go to a point of no return, you're going too far out. The trick is to go to that point where you almost feel like you're getting stuck, but you're still able to bring it back in without compromising your form. Good. Perfect. Holding that stomach in. Feel this in inner thighs. Maybe you can bend the legs a little bit. If you want to tuck your tailbone under, you can. And what you're trying to feel is definitely keeping the feeling in the inner thighs, in the glutes, and in the lower abs. You're really looking at the integration of these 3 groups of muscles in that one exercise. Feel that? Woo! The shake is there. We've seen nothing yet. Hannah is with me for 2 hours today. That's right. We're going to do a 40-minute workout now on the EVO, and then after that, 20-minute break, and then we're going to go back, do a 40-minute workout on the micro. Because a lot of people say, I love your workout. Where can I get it? You can get it here. Beautiful. Now bring the carriage in slowly, and now we're going to switch to the left leg. Perfect. So go ahead and bring the carriage back in, escalator lunge, now left leg. So now we switched. We use the standing of the thigh to switch to the other side, keeping the right foot on the platform, left foot on the carriage, and now we're going to the left leg. And what we're going to do, we're going to basically work the left leg, but reverse. So we'll do the same exercise we did for the right leg, but now we'll do them for the left leg in reverse. Going to keep your chin in, try to keep your torso as in an upright position as possible, keeping all the weight on the back of the left leg. Good. The right leg remains straight. And every single time you do the escalator lunge, you try to go a little deeper. Good. Go out. 1, out. 2, out. 3, out. 4, in. 1, in. 2, in. 3, in. 4. Beautiful. Slow, controlled, continuous, constant tension. Perfect. Keeping all the weight on the left heel, keeping the right leg straight. Beautiful. And in 10 seconds, we're going to hold it down at the golden angle position, and we'll do a quick set of pulse in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. And now keep that 90-degree angle position and go into the kicks. Perfect. Keep your chin up, shoulders back. Bend, bend, bend. Go a little lower, a little lower, a little lower, and a lower. So when I teach my classes in class, right, I go around each student and I try to bring them a little lower. Now, not everyone can go to the 90-degree angle right away. It's a process. You need to work the elasticity of the tendons, of the connective tissues. But your goal is every single time you want to be at that 90-degree angle, which I call the golden angle, because it is the angle at which you fully integrate the quads with the glutes, hamstrings, inner thighs, and outer thighs. If you try to maintain that golden angle, not on the machine but on the floor, it's much more difficult because you don't have the support of the equipment. Nice. Good job. 10 more seconds. And then we're going to go into the standing of the thighs with the right foot on the platform in 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. I'm going to bring the pole for you in front. Keep your right foot on the platform, left foot on the carriage. And then as soon as you're ready, go for it. Now, whenever I do my virtual classes, I give myself more time. So I give myself about 15 seconds in between each exercise. And then the first exercise, instead of doing a minute, I put a minute and 15 seconds. The reason why I do that is because I talk a lot, and I talk differently when I do a virtual class and I do a regular class. Because here, I'm not seeing you, the viewer, and I want to make sure you really understand what's going on over here, okay? Now, Hannah's doing a fantastic job, and then she's really keeping her cool here. But for a lot of people, this is already very difficult because even though you're moving slowly, remember that you are keeping constant tension on the muscles. And muscles going to start to shake, and you're going to start feeling like you're losing your balance. For anyone at home doing this workout right now, take brakes when you feel like it. Do not fall over the Mega or the EVO because you're trying to keep up with us. Remember, you have a pause button. All right, 10 more seconds. How are we doing over here? Good? Yes? Oh, I can hear the hair up. Time for some hydration. Yes. Now, Anna, you teach, right? Where do you teach at? Motivate Studio in Glendale, guys. So if you want to catch a class with Hannah, she's teaching. Come and take her class. Yes, she's a phenomenal instructor, and she teaches at Motivate, guys. All right, in 10 seconds, we're going to go to the runner's lunge. So now we're going to bring the carriage back in. We're going to add a red and a black spring. So bring the carriage in. And now go into runner's lunge, left leg. So now I go ahead and added 2 more springs for Hannah. So now we have the red spring and 2 black spring. If you guys are on the EVO, on the Mega, it's going to be a red and 2 yellow, a heavy and 2 light spring. All right, so again, when we do the runner's lunge, we want to keep that left knee right above the left ankle. We want to drop the hip, go drop it a bit more. We want to drop the hip to the level of the knee so that basically we create that 90-degree angle in that left knee. Hips and shoulders are square. Grab the handles. You can actually grab the handle to pull you closer and really bend that left leg. You're going to press the carriage out with the right leg, but the exercise is not to kick the carriage out with the right leg. The exercise is to not let the action of the right leg disturb the isometric hold of the left leg. This is an isometric exercise. It's not a dynamic exercise. You're not focusing on pushing the carriage with the right leg. You're focused on holding the position of the left leg as you press with the right leg. Totally different story. Now keep both legs bent and go into the pulse. Both legs bent and pulse. There you go. So if you know anything about me, I have always taught a very similar style of classes, even way back when in 1998 when I was doing these classes on the Reformer, right? I've always combined dynamic motion with static or isometric motion. I feel that the combination of the two is the perfect blend to strengthen, tighten, and tone, which is what people want. They want to get strong, they don't want to get big, and they want to get very tight muscle. Good. And now we have the FedEx truck. Great timing. Keep both legs bent. Hopefully you guys are not going to hear this. You're good? All right. Well, you guys are not hearing this. Fantastic. Good. So you're going to keep both legs bent. And then in 5 seconds, we're going to go into the Mega Donkey Kick. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the carriage in. Turn around. Beautiful. Now we're going to put the right knee on number 6. Left foot on the kick pad. And then slowly pressing the carriage out. So remember that we're going to do 2 sets over here. We'll do the first set with the knee down, and the second set will be the knee off the carriage, flying Mega Donkey Kick. So when you do the Mega Donkey Kick, remember that a lot of people focus on the legs. So they kind of sometimes lean on the elbows, and they only focus on the lower body. That is the wrong way to work out on the Mega or the EVO or the Micro. Lagree is a full body workout. It is a completely integrative workout. Here with this exercise, Anna is not just working the left leg. She's working the left leg, she's working her obliques, she's working her torso, and she's working her arms. And the integration of these muscle groups become very obvious when you lift the right knee off the carriage. This is why I like to do this one with the knee down for the first minute and then the knee up for the second minute, so that you can really feel how the triceps and the lats, the obliques, the transverse abdominis, the chest, all are now used. In this movement right here, there are about 600 muscles working. And in 10 seconds, you're going to see all of them really coming together. And then over here, you can see shoulders are working, triceps, because she's not resting on the hands, she's grabbing the hands. 5, 4, 3, lift the right knee off the carriage. There you go, pressing on your toes, push your heel back a little bit, and then move your toes up on the bar though. There you go, that's it, perfect. And I'm actually going to show you what anchoring means. So whenever you do the workout at any studio in the world, right, if you're on the Mega, if you are on the Mega, on the Micro, you need to anchor your hands and your feet on the machine. It's going to do 2 things for you. It's going to augment the traction, so you get more stimulation, so you get more bang for your buck. and it's also going to reduce the risk of you falling off the machine, right? And that's how you basically anchor your foot like this. You don't put your foot inside the hole. A lot of people put the foot inside here. Don't do that. Keep your toes grabbing the edge. And that's why I much prefer the EVO over the Mega, because on the EVO, I made this long, continuous bar over here, which is called the Ring of Fire. And the reason why it's called the Ring of Fire is because I love that movie Nemo. I'm just fucking with you guys. No, I love the movie Nemo, yes, but it's called the Ring of Fire because it burns every muscles when you are fully on it. All right, gonna bring the carriage back in, and we're gonna go into the skating. And for the skating, we're gonna do the right foot on the platform, left foot on the carriage. So bring the carriage back in. Stand up on the platform, stand up on the carriage. Perfect. Using both feet underneath the straps. You're gonna bend the legs. And now on this one, because now we've been working out for 70 minutes, keep both legs bent as much as possible. Keep the right leg bent, keep tension on the right side, and then slowly press the carriage out with the left leg. Good. And I can see the sweat over here. So I don't know if you guys saw one in my class last week, but I told you about the 3 S's, right? What are the 3 S's? The shake, the sweat, and the next day you get that soreness. That's what I want. When you do a Lagree class, this is what you should count on. The shake, the sweat, and the soreness. The 3 S's. Woo! Nice, I like that. So I'm definitely getting the sweat and a little bit of the shake, but bend the legs a little bit more. There you go, come on. Nice, go a little lower. If you don't feel your body shaking, it's very simple. You need to go a little lower and you try to improve the angle a little bit. On the next one, you're gonna keep the carriage halfway out, and then we're gonna go into the pulse. Keep both legs bent and pulse. There you go, perfect. Nice, and you can go a little deeper. Good. So you guys are very lucky over here because you get a great demonstration. Hannah's form is really good. But again, she trains all the time. Good. You can go a little deeper. There you go. She's like, yes, you can always go deeper. Yes. But I have another workout to do after this one. It's okay. Good. All right, so when you do this workout too, again, even though you're focusing here on the lower body, again, the upper body is still working, and very important to keep your posture in the correct alignment. So I don't want the posture to twist or to do this. Sometimes I see people skating like this, with the hips out. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, everything is centered. Form is the easiest thing to do because everything is parallel or intersecting each other. Clean angles, that's what you're looking for form. Okay, so now we're going to switch gear. We're going to go into more core exercise. We're going to give the legs. We did the legs for about 20 minutes. The next 20 minutes are all going to be about core. We're going to bring the carriage in, and we're going to go to the scramble legs, left leg. And then for that exercise, you're going to bring the carriage in. We're going to remove the red spring, and then we'll do scramble legs with left side. We're going to put the right knee on number 6. And then we're going to kick with the left leg. Now the scrambled legs is people have a love-hate relationship with this exercise. Now as you can see on the screen, you're supposed to keep your hips and your shoulders square and basically align with the 4 corners of the carriage. And essentially your torso is going to move at the same speed of the carriage. When you do this exercise, now here I'm going to try to show you, I'm going to use the body cam again. And I want to show you what you guys cannot see with the side profile. But over here, essentially what we're looking for is that your hips are directly behind the shoulders. And we want to keep that torso completely still. You don't want your weight to be pushed to the left or to the right. You want to keep everything centered. Good job, Hannah. All right, in a few seconds, guess what? We're going to go into this scrambled eggs, a flying scrambled egg. So go ahead and lift the right knee off the carriage. So now, right knee. And look at Hannah. She's doing a phenomenal job. You got a great form. Look at that form right there. That's it. So fantastic form, because to do what Hannah is doing right now takes a lot of core strength because she's able to keep the hips and the shoulders in a perfect alignment. And even if you cannot do the entire minute, it's okay. Take a little break. But again, when you do this one, For this exercise, listen guys, this exercise works 650 fucking muscles. That's right, 650 muscles working in that one movement. Good. You only get this on the EVO or on the Mega and the Micro. Basically the machines I make. Good. All right, 10 more seconds. And the next one is going to be the kneeling torso twist left side in 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Going to drop this foot strap. I'm going to pass you on this one. We're going to stay with the 2 black springs. We're going to grab the handles with both hands. And I want the feet behind to be against the rail. So I'm going to give you a quick shot. So go ahead and move your feet inside the rail. There you go. So when you do this exercise, make sure that your feet are tucked inside. Why? Because then it's going to help you to lock your hips, and then your hips are not going to churn. When you do the kneeling torso twist, you do not want to rotate your hips. You want to keep your hips always facing the same position, and then you're going to rotate here with the left side of the obliques. And the rotation is very small. That's it. The movement is not big at all. A lot of people like to rotate all the way like they're the freaking exorcist, right? 360. Fuck that. No, you don't need to. All you need is a little bit of initiation, a little bit of rotation just to engage those obliques. I want you to suck that stomach in, keep those hips facing the same position, and then really focusing on pulling with the left side. We're going to do 2 versions for this exercise. Kneeling torso twist, and then the leaning torso twist when you lean forward. The leaning torso twist is more core-centric than the kneeling torso twist. Good. How you doing? Yes? How's the 2 black spring? Okay? Yeah? Okay, good. And remember at home, guys, if it is too easy, it is too easy. You need to add more springs. It's a great point. It's too easy, you feel it, add more tension. All right, on this one now, lean forward, go into the leaning torso twist. So push against the bar, but I want your lovely butt to be in a little bit more aligned. So bring your butt in, forward, there you go, that's it. Okay, perfect. So, sorry, Christian. I know you did that. I'm gonna use that one more time. So on this one, this is the leaning torso twist. Now you see Hannah, she's like literally leaning forward like the Tower of Pisa. That's it. And that's why it's very important to press the feet against the rail so that you're supported. And you can see her calves here and the hamstrings and the butt are now all engaged in this one movement because she's using her lower body to leverage the angle on the upper body. By doing this, she's targeting more obliques and the transverse abdominis. The transverse abdominis is usually referred to as the core, but for me, the core is really all the muscles in the trunk. On the next one, we're going to go back to 1 black spring or 1 yellow spring, go into the French twist, left side. So go ahead and drop the handle and then remove 1 black spring. Perfect. And now French twist, left side. So for the French twist, left side, you're going to be facing this direction, the camera. Yep. Yeah, French twist. There you go. Perfect. No, you're good. You're good. That's it. So anchoring the hands on the handles, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. So again, I want a nice open space in the neck. Both feet are flat. And then basically you are dragging the carriage in by folding the left side. Now the exercise is very simple because actually pretend you have a cable attached to your tailbone. Christian, do you have the little the drawer thing? You don't? Okay. All right, so pretend the cable is attached and it's pulling the tailbone straight up to the skies. And so if you don't think that you bring the legs over the head, but pretend the legs are going straight up. And you're gonna experience the movement completely different because you're gonna keep, you'll be able to keep up the side open, right? And you get a much better angle on the obliques. All right, in 10 seconds, we're gonna go now to the reverse catfish. 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep both hands on the handles, feet on the carriage. When we do the reverse catfish, what I'm looking for is again the position of the hips. I do not want you to drop the hips. I want you to keep those hips lined up with the shoulders, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And if you do this right, you're gonna feel it in your shoulders, triceps, chest, lats, abs. And the movement of the legs, again, is a distraction. This is not a leg exercise. The movement of the legs is challenging the isometric hold of your torso. This is a core stabilizer. It's not a leg exercise. I see so many guys, okay, not the women because they get it. I see so many guys try to put on a lot of spring because they feel that it's a quad exercise, a quad and hip flexors. Not at all. It's never been a leg exercise, never. The catfish is a cousin of the wheelbarrow and the plank and the bear. The bear, the catfish, the plank, the wheelbarrow, they all are core stabilizers. They all work the same muscles. They are not leg exercises, okay? So if you've been doing this at the gym, pretending you were on the Mega, using a lot of weight, you're not doing it right, because when you do all these core exercises, you cannot do them with a lot of tension. All very light tension. All right, 10 more seconds. And then we're gonna go back to the scrambled eggs, right side. We're gonna do the entire sequence now for the right leg in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect, bring the carriage back in. We're gonna add one more black spring. Perfect. And now we're gonna place the left knee on number 6. Hands on the ring of fire. You're gonna anchor your hands so that you basically are anchoring your hands with all 5 fingers. Not just with one finger or your favorite finger. All 5 fingers are gonna grab the ring of fire. And when you grab the ring of fire, it's gonna strengthen your forearms. It's gonna alleviate the stress on the elbow and the shoulder. The triceps and the shoulder are now gonna absorb the impact. Great, because those are the muscles that we wanna strengthen. We don't want to bust the connective tissues in our shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Beautiful. So again over here, try to separate the movement or the action of the right leg with the rest of the body. When you move the right leg back and forth, it has no effect on the torso, no effect on the arms. You're not constantly readjusting your body because your right leg is moving. When you feel the need to readjust the body, it's because you don't have the flexibility, you don't have the upper body, lower body coordination needed. And that's totally fine. Most of us don't. It takes a few sessions. You try the Mega, you'll be amazed of the rapid increase in performance within the first 2 or 3 sessions. The body loves this type of workout. On the next one, we're going to lift the left knee off the carriage and go into the flying scrambled egg. So the flying scrambled egg, again, is a core exercise. Yes, the primary mover is your glute. You got me on this, yes, but it is not the glute exercise. And I know it because that's how I taught it at first. At first, I was a pimple head, and I'm still a pimple head, you know, and I used to teach the scrambled eggs mainly as a glute exercise, but it was always not, something was missing until the day I discovered, like, oh my God, it's not a glute exercise. It's an ab exercise, it's a core exercise. And when I finally understood its meaning, the source, then I was able to create all the variations and modification on that. You have to try to lift the left knee off that carriage. Come on, Anna, you can do it. There you go. Nice. And then you have 10 seconds left. Try to stay there. There you go. Flying scrambled eggs, working over 650 muscles together. And the key here is together. Nice. We're not working the shoulders against the lower body, working all the muscles together. Nice. In 5 seconds, we're going to grab the other handle and go into the kneeling torso twist. 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Going to grab the handle. Oh, I see the sweat dripping now. So that's another thing I love. I love when people start to sweat profusely. This is good. Could put both feet inside the rail. Woo! I love it. Good. Excellent. Perfect. Nice. And again, I'm telling you, for those of you joining us right now, you know, and you're looking at this and you're thinking, oh, I can do this at home. Probably not. Good. Probably not, because you need to stay in that time. You know, this is the thing, and I think this is what a lot of people want to get that motivation. People go to classes because when you do Lagree, you don't do 10 repetitions. We go by minutes. It's all time under tension, which is the best way to guarantee or to measure your performance or change in performance. So we do very slow movement, and then we try to keep the contraction at least 1 minute per exercise. But when I say 1 minute, it's 1 minute of constant tension. There's no break in there. So if you do this exercise and every 2 or 3 reps you kind of stop, rest your shoulders, you're not maintaining the perfect duration time or the effective duration time. In 5 seconds, we're going to go into the leaning torso twist. So go ahead, Anna, just lean forward. So when you do the leaning torso twist, essentially you're going to press against the bar and you're going to lean forward. You're going to be just like Michael Jackson in Smooth Criminal, all right? Although you might not be able to lean as much as he did. All right, when you do the leaning torso twist, 3 of the muscles are going to pop up. Quads, hamstring, glutes. You should feel all 3 muscles the entire time, in addition of your lower abs and here the right side of the obliques, because that is the side that you're pulling from. Good. And Anna's doing a phenomenal job here, just keeping the form, keeping the movement going. Nice. Now she regrets having signed up for 2 classes today, but hey, that's not my problem. She's like, fuck you. Oh my God, I just said fuck you. That was my first time saying fuck you today. I didn't say that before. You're welcome. All right, 30 more seconds. So working the glutes, hamstrings, calves, and then just slowly pulling, working that right side. If you actually practice golf, these are actually a great movement for you, very functional movements. When I was doing a training in South Korea back in 2008, a lot of golfers just love this. And the 2 weeks I was there training them on the Proformer, they all say they were getting like adding yards to the game. So I don't play golf, so I don't know how significant, but they said they were adding like 15 yards to the thing. So they were very happy about it, whatever that means for you guys, golfer. All right, move the carriage back in, and now we're gonna go the next one, French twist, right side. We're gonna remove 1 black spring or 1 yellow spring. Perfect. So now get back on the carriage, facing the back. So the right side now you're gonna be facing the virtual sign, keeping the hands on the handles. Left foot is in the back, right foot is in the front. We are pulling from the right side of the obliques. Beautiful. Keeping the shoulders away from the, yeah. There you go. Oh, I should probably do this. There you go. Sorry, Instagram people. You were just watching an empty EVO. You know what I'm gonna do? I need to do the one, the capture that follows me. I'll get that one. All right, very good. So remember, when you do French twist over here, we're working again, shoulders, triceps, lats, and obliques. Very slowly. We don't work fast because we are trimming those muscles. We're tightening those muscles, toning those muscles. 5 more seconds, and then we're gonna go back into the reverse catfish in 5, 4, 3, 2. So keep both feet together, hands on the handles. Keep your hips again, line up with the shoulders. Working triceps, shoulders, lats. And then slowly move the carriage back and forth, pulling from the knees. When you do the reverse catfish, it is a very small range of motion, okay? It's a very small movement. It's a very slow movement. Good. And I like Hannah's, she changed her grip over here. She has kind of an under grip. Any grip, as long as it relieves the tension from the wrist. And then what I like about the EVO, I have the new triangular handlebar, which are much better for your wrist than the traditional round handles. As you know with me, and I'm always trying to find a way to make the machine easier to use, more accessible, more comfortable on the joint, because there's nothing else that is more irritating than not to be able to do an exercise because you have pain in the joint, connective tissue, and you feel that. So I try to work around it by designing better machine every year. 20 more seconds. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. I love this. When you do the reverse catfish perfectly, like Hannah is doing right now, it looks like you're barely moving. And that's what's going on right now. You have to really look at the knees moving back and forth, but she's barely moving, and the range of motion is very small. And that's exactly how you're supposed to do it, because this is a core exercise. Good. In 10 seconds, we have about 5 minutes left. We're going to go into the kneeling lat pull down in 5, 4, 3, 2. Put both knees on the carriage, and we're going to add 1 more spring. Yeah. And then move the carriage all the way back in, though. Yes. So, perfect. You good? Yeah. Stay right there, and then grab the handles. You're going to do the lat pull down, this one. There you go. Yeah, so when when you are on the EVO, we have a new spring mechanism called the Super Fast. So the Super Fast is the fastest of all Megaformers, and for those of you who love to call this a reformer, fuck the reformer. The reformer is like manual mode, you know, from the 1910s, okay? This is basically automatic mode, you know, much smoother, but not as fast as Lightning, and I'll show you when I get an EVO 2 with the Lightning. I'm going to show you sequences that are just incredible that you cannot do in any other fitness equipment on earth unless you have the Lightning. When you do the lat pulls round, you're going to kneel, the lat pull down, you're going to kneel on your hands. I mean, look at that form. That's what I know. This perfect form right here. You have basically torso in that about a 15-degree angle. Shoulders remain in the socket, and you're slowly pulling yourself all the way up and all the way down. Working triceps, shoulders, lats. This entire area right here working. Love it. And then we're going to finish with the chest opener in a few seconds. Whenever I do the lat pull down, I sometimes will do 2 minutes of this one. It's a wonderful exercise. The lats is an area that, you know, most people actually, a lot of women don't work, and they should, because it's basically the largest muscle group in your torso, and it helps you to stabilize and support the spine. So that's a very important exercise. Now bring the carriage all the way back in, and then we're going to go and put another black spring, and then go into the kneeling, the chest opener. So guys, stretch your, sit on your thigh, sit on your heels. Yep, arms straight, shoulders back, and then slowly pull back, opening up the chest. Good. When you do the chest opener, you're going to try to line up your ears with your shoulders, with your ribs, with your hips, and then you basically open the chest by squeezing the shoulder blades together. So you're not doing this, you're opening up the chest. You are opening up the chest, right? When you bring your shoulder blades together, the shoulders are going back, and you can feel that chest opener. That's what it is. So you're working on that rotation of the shoulders, which is very good. And again, an exercise that most of us don't do. And especially today when you're driving, you're on the computer all the time, you're on the phone, it combats that behavior. You see that big bump I have right here? Yes. Thank you, laptops. Thank you, the iPhone. You know, but actually it's not their fault. It's me because I'm too freaking lazy. So these exercises they compensate for this bad behavior right here. You do it by this. It feels amazing because you work all the intrinsic and intramuscular muscles of the shoulder blades. Love it. And now it's the end of the workout, so the next 2 minutes is going to be the psoas stretch. Many of you love to stretch on the Mega, love to stretch on the EVO. Stretching feels nice, but it's not necessary when you do Lagree because you work the muscle in its length. If you were bodybuilding and doing a lot of short movements, probably you would need to compensate by stretching. But when you do Lagree, you work the muscle in its length. You don't do any explosive movement, except for the pulse, but the pulse is not even really explosive movement. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, drop the handles, turn around, chest opener, place your right foot on the floor, left knee, left foot on the carriage, right foot on the floor, and psoas stretch. There you go, back straight, shoulders down, beautiful. Anna, that was fantastic. Your form was impeccable. How you feel? Everything is shaking? Yeah, you did fantastic. You like that? Good. So this workout today, guys, it was a 43-minute workout with the stretches. And what I did is 20 minutes of legs and then 20 minutes of upper body. It's full body the whole time because even when you do the legs, you work your upper body, and when you work your lower body, you work your upper body anyway. But that's kind of how I usually do. Out of 40-minute workout, I'll do about 20 minutes, or I'll do about half of it legs. The reason we do this is because we're going to get the highest heart rate when we do the legs. Why? Because about 2/3 of our lean body mass is from the hips down. So if you want to basically get a cardiovascular workout, fat burning workout, you want to get your heart rate up, definitely starting with the legs is a good idea. Good. Very nice. Again, so this workout is going to be posted at several places. It will be on Lagree Home. It'll be on YouTube as well. If you have any questions, you can always email me at info@lagreefitness.com. If it's on YouTube, just post a comment, and then there you go. Anna, thank you so much for coming today. you are a gem. First workout on the EVO, and there will be more workout posted. Just keep an eye out. But we will add more and more workout for both the EVO, the Mega, and of course the Mini when it comes out. So we're going to be very busy posting a lot of workout, but we want to make sure that you guys understand on how to use this equipment because we can do wonders with it. All right, thank you guys. I'll see you next time.